without any explosions this time. Ba-ba-da! Look at us. Aren't we wonderful? Hello, everybody, and welcome back to some Kerbal space program. So, first off, I want to say thank you once again very much, Sky Walter DBZ, for your link to the XKCD comic. I totally forgot to put it in the description last time. I've updated it now to have it in the description, but I apologize for forgetting to put that link in. So I'm giving you another shout out in this episode about it, and it will definitely be in this episode as well. So I'm really sorry about that, but it's you get double ups because of my mistake. So there you go. But in the last episode, we were building this rocket in here, the 2 suborbit, right? Now I've done some work on it off camera since the last episode, and I've made a few adjustments based on the mistakes that were made in the last one. So if we look here, I've now got this guy here. He's in the first stage. I think we did that right. And then I've got the 5 rockets all together for liftoff. Then I've got the decouplers for them. All right, and we got a decoupler then for this last fuel stage here as well. Then we light up this guy. This guy has to be done in orbit to test it properly. Then we decouple him, and then we have to light this guy up in orbit to test him properly, or suborbit, right, at the 80,000 to 94. And then we have another decoupler now that will decouple this. And there's a heat shield on the bottom of the science unit. And the other thing that I did too is, because when we deployed those chutes last time, we really had to do it at a really high altitude where they were just going to bust and blow up and not work, right? So what I've done instead is I put this one in the stage by itself, right? And then these two in a stage together, so that my plan is that I'll just use this one to test the contract, and then these two will go out together to make sure that we don't blow anything up on the way down. So here's our rocket. I'm pretty sure this guy will work. So this is the updated 2 suborbit. Let's see here. Who do we have flying? We have good old Jebediah Ackerman flying this flight. He's been flying a bit, so you know what? Maybe we should give Valentina some flight time. So there we go. Now let's take this bad boy out to the launch pad, and we'll do a successful mission of what we planned to do last time. So going to go full throttle. I'm going to turn on the SAS. I'm going to look at the map, get myself all set up here so I can see our trajectory as we fly like a soul. And we are ready. So now all the stages look correct. We're ready to do this. Let's bring up our contracts so we can see them all happening. We can minimize the ones that we don't really care about at the moment. So here's the rocket we need to test, the other rocket we need to test. This is the stability guy, this guy here need to test, and these radial mount parachutes up here. So, ready? 3, 2, 1, launch! Away we go. It's looking pretty good. Watching my speed here to reach that magic 300 meters per second number, and my atmospheric place. So there, let's turn that down. So we're staying keeping it around the 300 mark until we cross over each of these barriers. Now when we cross over these barriers, we will need less thrust to keep going up, so we can actually reduce the fuel when we do that as well. So we're about to cross that barrier. Now you'll see that the speed's going up again, so I can actually reduce the speed to keep us at that 300 mark. Increase it a little bit, and once we get to that mark there again, I'm going to go to full throttle. And we're picking up some speed again here, and we're almost out of the initial rockets, these 4 guys on the side. We can do this. One thing I do want to say is my building is a bit of construction at the moment, so I'm hoping that we don't need that much speed. I'm hoping that you guys don't hear any background noise, but if you do, I'm truly sorry. There's like grinding and bad things all happening. Okay, let's decouple those. Let's go back and let's watch the speed. This thing launch up. Now we want to get up to 80,000. We're doing all right on this. This looks really good. We're up in here. We should get up to the 80,000 mark, and then I'm just going to cut the engines like we did last time. But we're going to have successful coming down this time. Nothing's going to bust. All right, and 80. Okay. So now we are floating up. We still have a little bit of fuel, so I'll use this fuel as well to push us around. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what we did last time as well, and I'm going to tip over so that we are facing that horizon mark. So when I burn, we will get a bit more distance. So just like that, I think. I think that'll work just fine as long as it stays like that. So we're going up. We're at 62. Right here, we want to be up here, so I can speed this up a little bit till we get up to where we want to be. 82, 70, 72, 73, 74. And let's slow it back down to normal. Let's go back into the view. Everything still looks fine in here. I can bring this up so now I can actually see this as well. And I want to, actually let's go back into the view. Where are we here? We're at 97. Okay, we've done this. We can cross that off. We want to be testing these two guys now. They're all in the checky box marks. So I'm just going to do full burn on this until it's gone. We're staying at this height. Launch that off. Fire this one. We've now done this contract. I'm nervous that I've screwed up something again though, but we'll see. Okay, that's done. Do this one. Okay, so we've done these two contracts. We'll burn full. Oh, we also achieved some speed here. Okay, so now that's all done. Now, I should be able to decouple him. Ha ha ha, there we go. Turn him around so he's facing this way. And now let's do some science. We're up here. Let's do observe the materials bay. We'll keep that data. We'll do the goo up here. I'm not sure. I think we've done 80,000 with goo, haven't we? Oh, we still get some science for that, so we'll do that. And then let's reset this materials bay. I also want to do a crew report up here and keep that data. And I want to do an EVA up here. And let's just do an EVA report. Keep that data. And I guess it's just reboard back inside the ship. Now all that data should be in here. So we've done some science. We've done some goo up here. Once we come back down into the atmosphere, maybe we'll do another goo report, another goo experiment, so we can use that as well. I'm leaving this one open at the moment just so I know which one I've done. But he's looking good. Pretty happy with that. So if we now look at our map, how are we doing re-entry? Okay, everything's looking pretty good. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh, we don't have our SAS on anymore. Okay, let's turn that back on. And we should be able to come back into the atmosphere with a lot less trouble than we did last time. So if we look at our trajectory here, we actually went quite a ways from there to there. Oh, I think we're going to come in on land this time, though. So that's why I want the extra parachutes. First, oh, land distance. Well, look at that. So we're doing a few things here. We need to do this still. Once we get to 6,000 meters, or between 6 and 8,000 meters, going between 3 and 1,000, we will launch this bad boy right here. So let's zoom back in onto him for the moment. We're coming in. So we're in this part of the atmosphere now. We're no longer in the black. So let's do this one. Okay, that's not very much data. So let's reset him. Reset him. Once we get down to this blue, let's try doing this guy again. Aim that. Let's keep an eye on the distance as well. Okay. Can I do this here without blowing it up? Oh, that's pretty bad too. Okay. Reset that. Okay, so we're into the atmosphere. Whoop. Okay, we did that test. Now I'm gonna watch this here to make sure that we're at a safe. Safe. Deploy those. Okay. And down we come. Look at this, huh? Huh? That's much better than last time. So now these parachutes will deploy at, I think, at about 1,000. But look at this. Look at all of these. We did all these wonderful things. Look at them all. Look at them all. Ha 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 ha. And I'm very happy with our progress here. Are we in over the water? Where are we right now? It's really dark, huh? It's the middle of the night. Let's see. No, can't tell. Looks like we are still over the water here, though. That looks like water to me. Can I do another crew report here? Crew report. Sure, let's keep that data. We're at the 1,000 mark, and out goes the parachutes. Yay! And we are slowing down quite a bit here. Coming in for a landing in the water. Can I just keep doing these goo things without having to collect the data? I'm not sure. I hope I'm not, like, when I reset, I wonder, when I reset, is it undoing the data? Am I losing that data? I'm having a feeling I am. Because this observing materials bay. I hope I didn't lose that good data up there at 80,000 feet. I think I might have. We'll see. Alright, so we're 6. Let's speed this up. Let's get back down. We're at 4 times. Back down to the surface. At 5 meters per second, we should be happy days here in the water. And Valentina is all happy over here. Like her. Alright, 20, 22. Coming in, coming in. So that was my... Learned a little bit in the last one. So let's slow this down. We're gonna hit the water. 2 and boop. Without any explosions this time. Ba-ba-da! Look at us. Aren't we wonderful? Alright, so now I should be able to do an EVA. Take data. Store experiments. Now I should be able to do another EVA here, right? EVA report. Collect that data. Store it. Can I collect this? So it doesn't really matter, I guess. Can I do water? Observe the goo. Control. Oh, only by a scientist. Okay. And now let's. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. We're on the ship. Does this count here as EVA report from Kerbal's water? Okay, we got that now. And I should now be able to actually take... Okay, right, scientist. Can I... grab... and board back in? Alright, so we've got a whole bunch of stuff. I think that's everything we can do here, I hope. So let's recover this spacecraft and see how we did. That was what we were supposed to do last time. And this time, wow, 78 science, or plus 25, or 27.5. So, okay, so we got 78 science now. We've recovered some funds, and she didn't gain any experience for that, but we got a good reputation. Looks like we have some parts, so if we go into here, we have some debris. Let's recover that. And head back. Alright, so now we have done that contract. Let's take a look and see what there is next to do here. So we got some more testings to do. And this is 5 hours. What is this? Landed at Kerbal. So these are really good ones to do. Landed at Kerbal. So let's take that. Landed at Kerbal. Let's take that. Orbiting Kerbal. Orbiting Kerbal. I kind of want to do this. So let's see if we can build a plane, because I want to kind of go flying around. So what else we got here? This is orbiting, orbiting, And we can ferry people maybe too eventually. When do these, 2 days, 5 days, 4 days? Yeah, see this one's expiring in 4 hours. So I think we should do that soon. This is 1 day, that's 1 day. Okay, so I want to do this, but let's see if we can get the stuff we need for making aeroplanes. So we've got 78 science. We have some contracts to do first, so let's do these quick little test contracts on the launch pad. So let's go new. And what did we need to do? We need to test the LV909 Terrier liquid fuel engine. So that should be, what was that? Liquid fuel engine. So that should be engines, the 909. So we need that. Right. And we also need the MK55 Thud liquid fuel engine. Was it the MK55? MK55? This guy. Oh, interesting. Look at him. He's like a little side pod. Okay, so let's just go take a very small fuel tank. Stick that on there. How does this attach? This attaches right onto there. Can I? If I put that on there like that. And can I just rotate it? Yeah, I can. And this is gonna look really weird, but I don't actually want to fly this thing, right? So I'm just trying to get some more science. So if I put that one facing down and that one facing up and start them, it shouldn't really move, right? And we don't want to spend a whole lot of money on this. So this should allow me to test maybe these 2 parts. Do you think that'll work? Huh? Let's just see what happens here. So if we take this and we go to the launch pad. Okay, is it going to complain? We probably can do it, right? Even though we don't have... this has no remote control or manned. Won't be controllable. Cancel. Okay, so maybe we should put the pod on there. So put the pod on there. This is actually a little scary. So here, if I take this... Let's just put 2 of them on there like that. Oh, that didn't work right. Is that better? That looks better. Okay, let's take this. Who do we have? Who's our test guinea pig? Okay, so Bill doesn't have any experience. Let's put Bill in there. He's our engineer. Let's go to the launch pad. Yeah, so I'm going to throttle this thing all the way down and then just a tiny bit of throttle, and X will kill it when we're done. So let's bring up the contracts. Let's see if, yeah, so everything is checked. So if I go and kill it, ha ha ha, there we go. So there, we've tested these 2 things. So now we can recover this. And we've got some more funds. So he didn't get any experience for that. Okay, so I guess he's actually got to take off to get some experience. But we did test those 2 things. So that gave us some more money. Let's go back in here. Oh, wow. Okay, so there's a whole bunch more things to test now. What is this? 5 hours. And this is at launch site. At launch site. Orbiting. Okay, so we have some at launch site ones. We'll take these. At launch site, at launch site. We won't do them right now. This is kind of a lot of the same thing. But this perform curb survey. So let's go back to here. Let's look at our research. So we're done all the basics now, right? And I wanted to do some flight stuff. So we've got 81. They're 45 each now. So I think it's this aviation one I need to make our airplane. And this basic science, though, gives us like some thermometers and some things that will give us more science parts, right? So I'm thinking that I actually should take this one first so that we can do the thermometers and the stuff, so we can get more science for doing our missions. So the very next one we'll do is this one here. So we need a little bit more science. We're really close. So I wonder if we can get that science by, let's go over here, right? And we haven't really done a whole lot on this runway thing, and I think I read somewhere that it's a different biome. So now if we take, what do we want to start with here? Let's start with a cockpit, like that. We'll kind of pretend that we're gonna make an airplane right now, and a fuel tank. Let's put that on there. It's kind of like what did we build last time in here? Don't save. We built this silly cockpit. What did that look like? Okay, we got this silly cockpit. And now we just want to add a bunch of science to it. So if we go down here, we got a thermometer. So let's put a thermometer on it. And we've got goo. And let's put a goo on it. Like right. And just because I like things to be symmetrical, let's put the goo there. And a science. So let's put a science thing on there. Let's see if we can. Can I not take you off? This science junior. Like that. What else do we got? Some communications. Probably want those at some point. We probably don't need it right now though. Let's put a communication on there. We got, what's this? That. Comms. Manufacturer. Fully deployable communications and data transmission system can be designed. Is that different than this? I don't know. I just put one on. Ooh, it's long. Okay. I'm gonna put it here just because I want to see what it is. All right. You know what? I don't think we actually have this engine. If I try and, I don't think we actually have that engine anymore. We tested it and we don't have it. So we got all this science on there. I wonder if we can actually test, what are those contracts that we needed to do as well? So we needed to test the Thumper solid fuel booster. Thumper. Hammer. Where is the booster? Chargeable battery pack. Service bay. Science. Oh, the B. Oh, shoot. BACC. Okay, so BACC. Oh, wow. Look at this thing. Okay, we need to test that. At the Kerbal launch site. And at the Kerbal launch site. I wonder if these count on this runway. Solid fuel. So let's not worry about that right now. Let's just take this thing out to the launch pad. Yeah, so we don't have this piece. So he is not. Why can't I turn? Oh, because I don't have a thing on here. So we'll just take this guy. Stick him on here. Just to make him a finished product, right? And let's head back out to the launch site. Boop, boop, doop. Okay, so we're here. Let's just test this theory out. So if I'm here, I should be able to just do a crew report right here. Crew report. Yes. Let's transmit that data. And then, okay, that's interesting. So that came out the side like that, huh? Yeah, that's cool. Okay. And let's observe our materials bay here. And let's keep that data. And let's observe some goo here. And let's keep that data. And we have a temperature thing. Here it is. Temperature. Display off. Log temperature. And we keep that data. And then if we do an EVA here, let's get rid of that. EVA. And we do an EVA report. Most precarious situation. Oh, we didn't get any science for that though. Well, flying over Kerbal. Ah, okay. So we don't need to keep that data. Whatever. So technically we're flying over Kerbal on this. So if I walk off this ship to the ground, climb out. Okay, so now on the ground, and if I do an EVA report from the runway, and we get more science for that. Look at that. I wonder if this would be enough to. So if I go grab Crew hatch, so I can board it now. And there's nothing else I don't think we could do here, right? I think we've done everything we can do here. So if I now just recover this, will that give us enough to put us over the edge? Got 15 more science for that. Yes, and it did. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So now, if we go into this research and development, we can do aviation research. Very, very good. So now we can make basic planes. And we're down to 7 science again. Now we can make basic planes. So if we went into here and we look at the perform visual surveys, right? 4 hours left to do this, and we need to do it from this crater. And I think that's what's been showing up on the map, right? So if I go over here, this guy right here. Yeah, so we've got this agency, Sean's Cannery. So we got to go over there, and I think we are right here-ish? We're somewhere like around in here. So it's going to be a bit of a flight to get there. Not too bad though. So we know where it is. We should be able to do that with a basic plane, I think, right? So if I go back into here, perform visual surveys, we will accept that contract. Is there anything else we have in here? All right, so we added tourist people. That's still got 2 days on that. That's got 2 days on that. Tourist people, tourist people. Test the basic jet engine over Kerbal. Ah, perfect. So we can do that in our next mission as well. So the Weasley basic jet engine flight over Kerbal. We will accept that. The orbiting Kerbal, and taste escape trajectory out of Kerbal. Ooh. So we have to leave Kerbal. Ooh. That's 5 hours? That seems like a big... We haven't even done orbiting yet. But anyhow, so we've got 4 contracts right now. Do some tests, do the visual surveys and test it at the same time. So we should be able to do these 2 things at the same time. We can do a quick test on these guys at the launch pad. But we are out of time. So in the next episode, we will build an airplane and we'll actually fly it off this pad, and we're going to go over to this crater right here. So I hope you guys all enjoyed. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a like. It's how I know you guys like this stuff and you want me to keep doing it. It's also how people find me on YouTube, and so more people can enjoy what I do. So please give me a like if you enjoyed this. Of course, only do that if you enjoyed it. And if you're new here, give me a subscribe if you want to know when new videos come out. So I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next episode. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.